Hello friends, welcome to my channel Tech Developer. In this video, we will continue towards the creating entities and the repository related to our to-do application, the Spring Boot project. So let's start. As you know, we have created till now that the packages and I have also cleared you about the I18 configuration which we have done in the last 3 videos. So we have the entity package here or a domain package. It is the same. So let's create uh, the entity called to do the task, because a to do application is related to means a user will able to create the task, the admin user, and the other user can use to view the task, that what their task are. And one more entity we will be able to create in this, that is the task will be related to skills. So in this video related to this project, we will create 3 entities. One will be the user entity, one will be the task entity, and one will be the skill entity to manage the user, the task, and the skills. So let's create a class for user, and we are going to use the Spring Data JPA. So we will be using the annotations like @entity, @column, and @table. Let's add an entity, add the data for creating getter and setters, and add the entity because it is an entity class. Add the table. The name of table will be created inside the database. Inside the database, the table, the name will be users, and inside the entity, name is similar to this. Entity name will be the default name, and we will create the ID. For that we will use the long, private long ID, private string first name, private string last name, private string username, private string password, and private list of skills we will use. So let's create another entity for the skills. @data, @entity, @table. Table name will be the skills. So let's create the private long ID, that is skill ID, and private string name, that is the name of the skill. So one user can have multiple skills. So we will create the many one-to-many relationship in the user for the skills. So we will add the list of skills set, and instead of duplicate is because list contains the duplicate skills, so we should use the set of skills skill set. I know that most of the people use the list because it's easy to use, but why we should use the set? You have to understand that we are using the skills here, and the object will be bind here if he has a multiple or means a one to many relationship will be there. So instead of because the user will have either one means a common skill, because the skills which we have created, the user will choose from them. So we should use the set here. So this is a one to many relationship, then add the it one to many will be added here, and means the one user can have many skills, or this is a one to many relationship. We can even do a user skills class, and we can add the user and the skill also. So instead of that, I am using the simple one to many relationship here, and after that we have just created the skill class for creating the skills, and now we will create a class for task at the rate data at the rate entity at the rate table. The table name of the table will be task, and we will use a private long id private string, not a string, it will be like hmm, the task name. You can give the name of task, means a description, and that one task can be either created for one user. So we have the task and user one-to-one relationship. So we will just use the object of user at the rate one-to-one relationship, and after that we will use the at the rate id for the long id which we have used the string data JPF provided at the rate id annotation for representing the id, and now we will use the generator sequence or generated value, where the generator strategy will be the sequence. See, there are different kind of strategies for generating the ID. So we are using here the sequence. If you are not clear about the different other generation type, then I will create another video in which I will clear that what are the differences between them and when to use the which of the generation type. So for now we have just using the sequence generator, and the generator will be for user sequence, and after that for generating the sequence we use the sequence generator, in which allocation size will be 1 and the init value will be 1, and the name of the sequence will be user underscore sequence, and schema will be public by default, and that schema also need to be added in the at the rate table. Schema is public by default in a Postgres pg admin, and you can create your own schema also, and you can name it here. And so let's put the same here. After that, I will put @rate column, which represent that the table column name. The column name will be the user underscore ID, and label will be with false, unique will be true, @column. Similarly for first name, last name, we will do like this. The name will be first underscore name, nullable false. Basically, @column will help you that if in future you want to change the column name in your table, you know, just need to update that column name here instead of changing this means the class member. So the uniqueness will be the true, not unique. The length will be 50, and similarly for last name, it will be this. And the username, nullable false. Last name can be null, so you can put it as a nullable true. Column username, nullable false, because username is required. The length of the username should be 50. And also the unique, it should be unique, that is true. And similarly for the password, name will be password, nullable false. Length can be around 200 because we will encrypt the password, and there is no uniqueness kind of thing. After that, we will use the @join column. Name of the column will be user underscore skills. And after that, in one to many, we can use the cascade. The cascade type will be cascade will be like cascade type dot persist, cascade type dot merge, cascade type dot remove. All will be required. And another option we can have, that is a fetch. Fetch can be eager because definitely when the user will be get, the skills also be get at the same time, so we can use it the eager. And similarly in the skill set, what we can do, @ID, and the same thing. So let's copy that instead of writing. So the sequence will be skill sequence, name will be changed, skill sequence, the schema will be public, allocation size is 1, initial value is 1. User, instead of user ID, we will give the skill ID. Now label will be false and unique will be true. And similarly for this column, the name of the column will be skill underscore name, skill name should be unique. Before that the skill should be nullable, false, null नहीं होना चाहिए. And for after that the unique should be true, and the length should be 100 we can put. Similarly for the task we should use the same thing, and the task sequence all will be the same. Here the task underscore id will be the column name, and at the head column task underscore description will be the column name. Nullable will be false. Uniqueness is there nothing. Length should be 200 maximum, and similarly for that at the join column, whenever you are using the one to many, many to one, and all this, we cannot use the at the head column. We should use at that time the join column, and we can put give the name of the foreign key to him, that is a user underscore task. And in one to one the cascade type will be cascade type dot merge, and the fetch type will be eager. So we have done creating the entities in this video. We will continue on creating a repository in our next video, and after that we will creating the APIs for all these classes or domain classes for their CRUD operation. And after this we will continue on the string security. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now, and kindly subscribe my channel if you are new to this, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Bye, take care.